when I first was introduced to you, it was on social media. You had gone viral on YouTube for doing these mashups.
Mashups, yeah.
And I can't remember who sent me the first video, but this might have been, I don't know, this might have been 17, 18 maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that. And I remember like hearing your masterful harmony choices.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like I'm one of those guys. I can hear it. If I can't do anything, I can hear it.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to the choices that just different songs that you were doing, and I'm just like, goodness gracious, like you really, you know what I'm saying? Like it's certain guys. Like I think about guys like what's my man, Jacob Collier.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Amazing.
Masterful.
Yeah.
Masterful arranger, singer. And I put you in that category.
Wow.
Obviously styles are different.
Yeah.
But you're an R&B artist. He is more of a world artist.
Yeah.
But it still he's pulling from soul for sure. So when I listen to stuff like that and I watch you do what you do, I'm just super impressed by it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys that started to do that after that and do a fantastic job, but you still, you still have a very unique approach to that. Like what got you into that? What inspired that?
I'm gonna be honest, my brother, shout out to my brother, Kelvin. He sent me an app. Okay. And he actually sent me a video of him doing like some song or whatever, because he sings as well. Yeah. And so I was like, yo, what is that? He sent me the app, and I like sent something back really quick. Like once I understood the mechanics of the app, and we were just trading different like acapella like clips back and forth. And so I was like, one day I was like, I wonder like if I post one of these, like let's just see, right? And so I mean, everything is on a sliding scale as it pertains to like your following and stuff. Right. But when I put out the first acapella, it was like maybe like a 15-second joint on Instagram, and I just seen like the engagement like was so much higher than anything else that I had ever posted. And I was like, they really like this, like, and it was so brief. Then once Instagram went to like, it was like 15 and 30, then a minute, the more time that they gave me, the more that I could start mixing songs. Yeah. And so I remember being like, going to events and stuff like that. And I ain't gonna lie, like some DJs are really great at what they do. Yeah. And some of them are really bad at mixing. Yeah. And so one thing that I really hate that I'm like, I can't stand is when DJs focus on the BPM or beats per measure of a song and not the key. And so there's nothing worse to me than having the vocals in one key. That's right. And different music in the other. However, rhythmically they get along, but they don't harmonize. But melodically, they don't blend. It is the worst experience ever. And so I promised myself, I said, if I'm gonna mix songs, I'm gonna mix it like I'm a DJ.
It's like hearing someone sing off key, like everybody's on key. You hear that one off key, like, man, you don't shit there.
So, to me, I was like, I'm not a DJ. I ain't got no pioneer set and nothing like that. But I was like, in my mind, this is what I would do. Yeah. Hence, the mashups came to life and saying, let me use my musicianship and my musicality to get me from one song to the other and try creative ways of doing it. And so what I realized from the mashups is that it created community more so than anything. Nice. And that's what I appreciated more so than the views, because the views are, over 100 million views now. It's just with the mashups alone. But what I appreciated was it introduced me to a brand new audience. Absolutely. This stuff ended up on the Shade Room, on YouTube. It created a life of its own. And so there were people that knew me as this mashup guy, and they never heard a song from me. And I was like, man, like, I don't know if I should take that as an insult or I was like, but regardless, it's still a part of me. Yeah. And there's
part of the story.
Exactly. And it's still being introduced to a part of my being, a part of my creativity. And so how can I be mad at that? That's right. So that was a great experience.
Man, that's fantastic. Wow. So first of all, I'm listening to that, and then you said it's over 100 million now. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
To have that reach, man, to have that type of reach, like what does that feel like though? So even now that people, they may not have known you from your music that you've been putting out, but they know you now, and now, you have 100 million people that just might, or even if it's a fraction of those people, to look up who you're, look at your music, what does that feel like? I mean,
It feels really cool. What it did was it gave me a sense of validation in a time that I needed it the most.
Come on.
I was questioning myself as an artist, as a creative, if I'm good enough. I was in kind of like this waiting period with my label at the time, and so I was just like, man, like I just need an outlet, and I didn't know it back then, but that was like the perfect outlet for me. Like it really gave me a sense of like purpose to say, all right, every week I'm doing this, this, and that. And so once I started doing more current songs, I started to see artists, you know what I mean, that own those songs start to repost. And I was like, this is dope.
Nice.
And started to really build a network of people as well. So it's humbling, the views, it's humbling, the people that I've met through it. And man, like that was just such a great time.
That's fantastic.